Well, I've seen every single episode of Grey's Anatomy, Camilla, so I have some questions. Every single one. How many episodes have there been? I think what, like three? Isn't like three?
I think we're in the 300s.
Somewhere there.
Wow.
I've seen every single one, Camilla. Yes, I'm committed. I'm committed, Camilla.
I don't even know if I've seen every single one. Okay.
I also discovered not that anyone else cares, but we actually have the exact same birthday.
Me and you?
Yeah, December 15th. I don't say the year, but yeah, exact same day, like same year.
Wow, Sagittarius.
Connection.
Very cool. Very cool.
So season 17, Camilla, I mean, this has put us viewers through the ringer, just not only with the storylines, but with the circumstances, how we didn't know if you guys are going to be coming back.
Yeah.
So like, when did you guys finally know that you were coming back for another season? Like, was it after you shot the finale?
Oh, you mean coming back for season 18?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I had already left shooting. I was done with the season and we were still not picked up. We heard after maybe like the last couple of days of shooting, but I was personally done. So I didn't know. And we have our trailers on set and I was like, should I be cleaning out should there be a moving van? Like what's going on? I couldn't find out any information. And then when we were finally picked up, I was really excited, but truly we did not know. It wasn't just something we were all saying, like we truly did not know.
Right. Like, how did you find out that you're coming back for next season?
I swear, I think I read it online. I don't think anyone made it cool to me. I think I read it on like Deadline. Seriously.
Yeah. So what was it like the mood on set, like not knowing, like you're shooting things like, in both
directions? It was
directions.
really difficult because what was hard about this season is that usually we have some idea of what happens in the finale. And like, oh, there's going to be an explosion. There's going to be a tornado, whatever it is. Right. And then this year, silence. And like a week before we even started shooting, there was still no script out. And I think that we were all wondering, like, is this the finale? And we just haven't been told and they're going to be like, hey, here's the script and you're all dead or whatever. So that was a really wild end to the season. But then but we shot our finale and we are coming back and there's lots of incredible things happening in it. And thankfully we're not all dead.
Right. Yes. Not wiping everyone out. No. Well, I saw your photo that you posted in the pink scrubs. How did that feel?
I'm so excited about the pink scrubs. They made me really happy. It was like a moment for me. I remember getting to work and not remembering that I was changing into the pink. And I did like this very dramatic, like gasp when I opened my costume closet. I was like, oh, pink. And I was like, oh my God. So it like made me really happy. I love her in pink because I secretly love the pink.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it been like, this journey that Joe's been on this season, like making this career change?
It's interesting because at the beginning of the season, we have meetings where they kind of tease a little bit, like, we think this is what's going to happen with Joe. And so I had heard that she might make the career change, but things change all the time. So I was crossing my fingers. I just think it's a really nice organic move for her because I think that things, for everybody during COVID, we were made to sit and sort of like really think about our day-to-day life and what happiness is and what it means to us and all these different things. And I think that she really had the time to sit during her COVID experience and figure out what would bring her joy. And she was searching for it and she found it. So I think it's a really great journey that she's been on. And I like that she's selfishly thinking for herself.
Right. And then at the beginning of the season, we had like the friends with benefits thing with Jackson. Yeah. First off, were you surprised that they wrote that?
We had shot that actually, a lot of that footage at the end of last season, really? And then we shut down for COVID. And so it got reworked in a way. When I was initially told about it back then, I was shocked. And then, this season I have to tell you, I haven't spoken about this yet, but it was like the funniest way to film with anybody, like any kind of like sexy stuff, because there was a point when we knew that Jesse was leaving. And so they definitely wanted it not to be romantic. They wanted it to be a friends with benefit situation. So they would yell at us. Like, I've never been yelled at, like on set being like, no chemistry, less chemistry. And so we would joke, we would like do a scene and Jesse would be like, was that enough lack of chemistry for you? So it was like a very strange thing. Like usually you're having to like give a lot of chemistry in your scene. So it was It was really fun to film. I mean, I'm sad that he left because I would have liked to have maybe seen if it could have gone further and what they could have been like together, possibly dating at some point. Because I just think they're an interesting combination. But I'm glad she had it. She had fun.
Right.
I think she needed it.
Right. Yeah. What's that like to go through that process of cast members leaving? Because obviously you've been there for several years now and several cast members have left. So what's that process like to say goodbye to these people?
I mean, I think on a show that's like been on the air for this many seasons, there's no way that you're not going to get probably a considerable amount of like cast members coming, but the great thing about our show is the influx of new actors that we get on our show that also bring, fresh new blood and ideas and story to our world. So, I definitely will miss, Giacomo and Greg Gurman, who also left this season. Yeah. I'm going to miss them. Greg Gurman's a scene stealer. He's so funny. And Giacomo is incredible. And he directed his first episode this season. So hopefully he'll be back to maybe direct something next season, and Jesse too. But you kind of get used to it and you expect that at some point you're going to see more people go, but then there's the excitement always of new people coming in too.
Right. The Alex thing still hurts. It still hurts.
I know.
Do you talk to Justin at all? Like, do you keep in touch at all with Justin?
I haven't talked to him. I feel like I haven't talked to anybody during COVID.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like my COVID bubble. And like when I see people, I'm just excited, like wave at random strangers. I feel like I'm like a weirdo at this point after COVID. Yeah.
So I know there's been like a little bit of talk of like possible spinoffs down the line, like once Grey's Anatomy is ended. Would you be open to that? Would you want to see Joe? Like, say they say we're going to send Joe to another hospital, starting the series. Like, would you be up for that?
Let me think. I mean, I don't think that you can ever say no to anything. And I think it would definitely depend on where they would want the character to go and what kind of story it would, they would be doing. But you can't say no to anything. Who knows? Right. We'll see.
Yeah. So what can you tease about the finale, which is now the season finale?
Which is, thank God, the season finale. Okay. So the season finale is, sometimes we just have, here's how I'll describe it. Sometimes we have like one big thing that will happen. And this was like 15 big things happening in a tiny script. In fact, there was so much material, so many crazy wild things happening that we were going to originally go over in days shooting, and we had to just do longer filming days to make up for it. So we have a wedding happening in our finale. We have Meredith Grey taking on a new role in the hospital, which is really exciting. We have relationships shifting, and we
gotta write this down, Camilla.
I know. It's a lot going on. And then Joe makes two really big decisions in the finale.
You know what I think? I mean, you're not going to tell me. I think she's going to adopt that baby, Joe. I think she's going to. I know you're not going to tell me, but that's my prediction.
Well, in the episode we just watched, she got rejected.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that maybe that's this?
That's tonight. Okay.
Yes, that's tonight. You're keeping track of this better than I do. Yeah.
So tonight she gets her adoption application got rejected.
Okay.
So if she, I think that she's at the end of this episode, it's completely devastating for her. So going into the next episode, she's sort of reworking her mind and thinking about like what she needs to do next.
Man, I can't wait to see that. I also reading that you want to be on Bridgerton.
Yes, darling, I would love to be in Bridgerton.
Have you thought this?
I'm ready for my corset. Shonda Rhimes. Yes, of course. I would. I think I've tweeted that I would like be a maid in the background or something like that. I will do anything. Please.
I've watched that. That's amazing. Now, how's home life going? Like, I know you gave birth to Lucas.
I don't have a life.
How's the home setting? Yeah.
I have two children. I had a baby in the pandemic. Like I said, I don't talk to anybody. I still don't go out. There's not, I feel like when you have a new baby, I feel like there's not a lot that you're doing. You're just surviving and trying to sleep when possible.
Right. How's Hayden with Lucas?
Hayden is really cute with Lucas. She's They already have like their kid he's only 9 months and they have like a kid language between the two of them going on, like already, like they giggle together and I'm like, I'm not in on this inside joke that's happening already.
Right.
No, they're really adorable. And I was worried because when another kid comes along, you're kind of worried that they're gonna maybe, be jealous or something, but there's none of that happening. We've been very lucky and she's really cute with him.
That's good. Do you figure out any kind of way to have alone time?
Like literally by myself when I take a bath?
The closet or something, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I find a closet and that's my alone time. No, I'm kidding. I do. We've just, in Los Angeles, we've just started to open up. And so my husband and I we literally just went out for our first like dinner together, like maybe a week ago. I mean, we're taking it very slow. So we're trying to find those moments now where we have that alone time. Yeah.